Comrades, it's Premier Rever once again looking down at the city of Neuve Revergrad. And it's coming along, right? Little by little, we're getting the buildings we need to actually maybe move some people in. Unfortunately, they're a bit isolated here until I get the trains in. I guess we could consider busing people, but we need to make sure we have a good road from here, by the way, for busing to get people to work, because we're going to try a busing experiment. And I'd like to make that road largely just for the people that live here, right? So that hopefully not too many other people in traffic are blocking people from coming here. But we are getting awful close to being able to start up our bakery. And yeah, so let me start time for it. I once again stopped it for the purposes of starting the recording, but we've got our rails redone here, and yeah, we need to get the rail completed. This is not intended to be a two-way rail at this point, so I want to get them building up here. I also kind of want to get our station down here completely done, which we're getting pretty close. We got a few railroads here or there. Yeah, it looks like I need to assign some more. I don't know if they're working on this or not. Oh, what do we got going on here? Ah, two knuckleheads. All right, let's straighten out the knuckleheads. And this, by the way, is the problem with the auto search on the trains. I'm not doing that right now, but when you... Oops, cancel. Not put a new one up. Oh, okay. Well, that worked differently than I expected it to, but I was going to just delete the thing and then put it back in. So there we go. So what happens is they end up head to head. Like they're not. It's not smart enough to know if it auto searches for a rail. Like it's not smart enough to say, oh, well, you go to the left-hand side, you go to the right-hand side. Now, if there's only one left-hand side and one right-hand side, it's fine. But like, you know, if you have a Y like this, it could send two on the right-hand side type thing. It sort of just depends on the circumstances. But they end up jamming up like quite a bit. In the, you know, depending on, especially if you have four of them in here. This one has four, so I like to be able to control them. But speaking of that, I had a suggestion from a couple different people, and I thought, you know what, it's probably definitely worth a try. And I went around and I looked. We really don't have that many extra vehicles, but what if we took this station? I want to see what would happen. It was a good idea, and we just bought, you know, some vehicles that would supply like dump trucks and the open hauls, maybe even a couple covered hauls and a couple mixers is what I'm thinking. So let me come in here. We're going to spend some of our dollars up there. Yeah, because we should have, well, let's see. We're going to spend whatever makes sense. So let's see what dumper. Nah. Well, I don't know. This one takes 15 tons. It's not too bad, really, is it? What is the biggest dumper? This one takes 16. You know what? Let's try the American one there, the NATO one. I don't know who actually made it. German one. All right, it's relatively expensive, but I want to get 4 of these. Is that 4? Yep. And then how about a covered haul? No, you only have the little covered haul. Concrete mixer? Yeah, let's get we'll get 2 of these. And then the other thing would be some covered hauls, right? So the idea of this station is just going to be, we'll get the big covered hauls here, and then some open hauls, 4 open hauls. What is this one? 9 tons. Sorry, I'll finish my thought in a second. Yeah, this one's 16 tons. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. So this one's now full. And what we'll do is we'll put this on auto search, right? And in theory, let's up the range as far as we can. Yeah, let's see. What is your range on the auto search? Unfortunately, okay. Well, so then, you know, they don't have any equipment and they don't have any buses. But the idea would be that whenever there was something, that was quite a bit of money we spent. You know, but at the same time, you know, whenever they can take stuff to a place, they'll just end up maybe assisting the other construction crews, right? Now, hopefully it doesn't become a fouled up mess, but I would think it would just skip to the next one, right? How are we doing over here? Well, we're getting closer. Once we get up past this signal with this guy, we'll be able to put a crisscross in and get him working in there. A couple, at least a couple trains working on things. Somebody's got to build the bridges there. Yeah, we don't have a line coming in here anymore, so that's good because there won't be any kind of a crossover. So two should be able to work in there, no problem. And other than that, let's see, what other... Radomir was asking about the pricing and what we're spending money on, which I don't mind because I haven't looked in a little while. So, what are we spending money on? The last month, just to keep the numbers from jumping down, we're buying a good amount of food. I think it's my assumption that a fair amount of this was happening here. Let's go back. Wait, let's just see if there's been a recent this year. Yeah, we're up in July. We should get an idea. Has there been an increase recently? No. How about last year? No, it's just been a gradual increase in the food, and I think that's the reason we have 6 bakeries coming and a better distribution system. At this point, I wasn't too worried about that. But we also, another one, if we look here, as to what we spent last month, would be clothes. We've 94,000 in clothes. So, and I think, as far as I know, we're not exporting any clothes, right? Let's just see, because I think I'd rather keep them in the country. We're really not exporting that much. So if we come back to here, power and mechanical components. So we're exporting a lot, a fair amount of power. And Western countries, yeah, bricks and prefab panels, which we definitely both have plenty of. And then Western countries, coal, meat. Yeah, meat. I think that's from over here if they don't get satisfied. But, again, this is where I want to improve all these basic industries. For some reason, we imported a tiny bit of coal last month. How about this month? Yeah. And I think that's when something happens with the people here and this isn't quite keeping up with the demand, so that we're purchasing coal at one of these places. The brick factory looks like it's probably purchasing a little bit of coal to keep the bricks flowing. Now does this guy, yeah, this guy purchases coal as well. So yeah, so that's where the coal purchase is coming from. But it's, even if it's a big amount, it's sort of worth it because it's keeping us with power, right? And it's just, the problem is this isn't that much of a coal thing. In addition, we don't have that many people coming down here. So we could talk about increasing the number of people, which is one of the reasons I want to get rid of this industry, right? Because if we can get rid of a lot of these from right here, then I can expand the people a little more, hit this a little heavier, maybe make this the alcohol, vodka, vodka written there, like more over in this area, move a couple of these farm fields, put the fields, new farm loc out this way. And then, again, I've pointed at this stuff before a number of times, clothing out this way. And then I have another better meat thing, Cattle Town, right here. So there you go. So, yeah, I think, most of these shouldn't be. How are we doing? See, we got plenty of food and alcohol in here. So there shouldn't necessarily be a problem with them buying too much of that stuff. Yeah, see, we're stored up. One of the problems just in general is that this meat, unless you have a truck parked there at this store, which I didn't leave room when I built this for like a parking space to constantly park a truck. So that's one of the reasons like we're buying meat. Like, if I had to do it over again, I don't know if I would build these little ones without a parking, the road cargo parking thing. So that's sort of one of our weaknesses, and we can make that improvement eventually. And then how about over here? See, here was like the first one that of these big shopping centers I built, and I still didn't put enough parking. So look, there's our meat guy sitting out there. What do we got? We got this guy waiting. Why are you waiting? Yeah, don't wait there. Even if it's a little painful on our food. Now, are you told to wait too? No. But there we go. We had a meat guy. So this guy, if he was waiting for that electronics guy to get emptied out. Oh, how about here? You don't have a wait there now. Yeah, so the electronics guys should keep flowing one way or the other. Yeah, and there goes our meat guy. So that was probably costing us a little extra meat. Now, how are you doing on food? Yeah, see, for as big as this store is, it doesn't have a ton of food storage, but we'll get this guy to wait there as much as we can. But there might be moments that doesn't happen, and then we have like another store here. And I think it's just a matter of this doesn't always get supplied quick enough. And part of the reason is it's hard for me to set too many of these guys in there permanently, right? And then this guy's definitely, Energinisk over here is definitely having problems, you know. Even though I have the parking spaces, I think they definitely at times, you know, because it just takes a while for the truck to go back and forth. So I could try to put 2 trucks in there, but that's a little awkward. But they're just so far from where they would get a store load of food, so to speak, which is one of the kind of reasons I'm thinking of getting rid of this town potentially. But we'll see. I'm not too worried about it. It's more about not going down on our money. And, you know, at some point here, we should talk about exporting some excess. We don't have a ton of electrical components for all the track that we want to buy, you know, build. So we don't want to necessarily run that out. But if you look, our electronics are maxed. So, but what I don't want to have happen is, you know, to drain out all of our electronic components necessarily. Especially not if we can ramp up our steel. And again, once I see that the electronic components are better off, then we'll talk about maybe exporting a couple of these as some kind of slow way. Another thing, I was hoping to get this into the rail system, and it's just taken, well, it took forever to build these tunnels here. Probably should have built another rail construction thing closer, and then now we will start building this one. And I definitely want to get the cars going, so we got our road over the hill here, and we'll get that going as well. So now part of this, with these railroad tracks in particular, and hopefully we'll have left enough room, I might even want to turn these, but we can also, you know, no reason we can't widen this, but I do want to leave a decent sized corridor here where we can get a number of lines through here. And I think we went over this before, but I'm also thinking of a little more quickly, you know, trying to get our distribution set up over here, right? But let's see. And that will give us, you know, the ability to start building the train tracks from the other side as well. Like we could put another train thing somewhere near this distribution. The problem is, it's just, that's a lot of track to build. You know, I mean, and I'd like to get the cars thing going a little bit, even though, you know, we don't have a ton of, we don't have steel. Like it's just coming back to steel like every time. So I really want to get this going, you know, as much as anything else. Now, are you done that road? Oh, yes, you are. Good. So you can work on another road over here. Yeah, I'll get you to work on up to the firehouse, but why don't you do that road while you're at it? Now, how is this guy doing? Are you sending any trucks out? No, it doesn't look like you're sending many out. So I'm wondering if they don't just get... Will they keep doing whatever they can do? If that makes sense. Then the other thing is this the best location? I don't know. Like again, he might not be covering as much as I want him to. Now, are you going to get stuck in there? Hope not. Yeah, see, like that's very frustrating to me that they would have the guy turn this corner and then get stuck. You know, like, so let's see, what are you working on? Unfinished Railroad 26. Unfinished Railroad, hopefully there's not two of them with 26. 26, there you go. All right, so now let's assign you... Let's assign something else so we keep 3 of them going. So that's, you know, oops, not there. You were working over here. Yeah, keep plugging up this way. Good. All right, so there's that. Now, another question would be, when we do go to do electrical track, could we just do kind of a similar thing with one of these train stations where we say, you just go get all the electrical track you can? So we'll see what happens with that. And then how are you guys doing? I haven't looked at you. Oh, yeah, you got more than enough. And I could, if we get... Yeah, so this guy's getting so far away from supply over here. I really just built them so I could start leveling some of this stuff out. And then we have our two constructions over here. Yeah, they're both theoretically plugging away. Good. So yeah, I will work to get around the other side of this. I mean, it's sort of a slow process at this point. I may pause the video here. Oh, are we done this road and not working on this one? No. Okay, we are assigned. So here's a question. This guy needs nothing. Yeah, but we just don't have anybody. Let's make sure. Oh, there goes a bus. Yeah, so what might be happening is that these guys, like if this worked out really well, where you would put one of these down and then have them help these other things, it might be that you're still pretty slow because, you know, you don't necessarily have enough buses. But oh look, this guy's not assigned construction. You are definitely my... Yeah, so that's really not too bad when you think about it, because without me doing anything, we now have the starter supplies. Now, where is this bus going? Oh, you know what? You're one of the firehouse buses. He's bringing a couple people to work in that firehouse, so we don't lose any buildings down here. Cool. All right, let's go back here. How are you doing? No, you got more than I should have gave you. But I think he's working on a lot of this stuff here. Okay. And then the other thing was, I had a couple suggestions, so I'm going to put these in there about the names. So I'm thinking that, you know, prefabs might still go up here. I'm picturing that we have a pretty big city in this area. We have a distribution area. And, you know, this distribution area would have asphalt and everything. So this is going to be kind of one of our bigger priorities as far as like what we build next. Again, we got a lot to do, and I want to kind of let things ride a little bit, but we put a distribution in here, try to tuck it down into the hills here as best I can without doing too much leveling. Then I'm picturing, you know, a city right in this kind of area where it says distribute. So the distribute will be down here. Let's plop another. This is not going to be actually designed just now, but so I want to try to put like, you know, let me just call it like car distribute, because this is where we're going to make cars over here. I don't know if we can fit it all in. Yep, car distribute. And then let's get rid of this one. And then it was suggested that the name of the place for cars, which I'm thinking, you know, that they would be kind of like in this neighborhood, would be, I don't know how to say this. I'll have to type it in. Togliatti? Togliatti? Right? And then the place where we would make mechanical components was suggested. Yeah, we can leave that there for now, but you know, maybe this city will make mechanical components over here. They said kind of steel and mechanical components, but I don't know. We'll just call this one over here. Yeah, give it a new one, and then we'll delete that other one. Yeah, so right here-ish would be Togliatti. Sorry, not Tog. Oops, it's not an L. Togliatti. Something like that. Probably messing it up, but right, we can leave the mechanical components thing there, and just so we know. And then this, I don't know. Let's just get rid of that, hopefully. Yeah, we'll leave Detroit there. Just for so the roads have a name that I can say. So there. So I think that's about it as far as what I plan to do and or talk about. Building is on fire. Let's go look at that since we're not doing anything else. Old Rivergrad. Oh, you know what? We can do an old Rivergrad. Let's see. Can we put... I haven't done this. I want to talk... we talked about the engineering buildings, which is the new production line and space and car dealers and all that stuff. And another thing we didn't really go over, I think it's equipment for citizens, maybe? City Hall Accounting Office. And there's also a car dealer in here. But again, until we're making cars... Well, you know what? We could build it. I don't really have anybody down here to build this stuff is my only other problem. And so we probably should build it. Why don't we build it? Yeah, there's nobody here. Like no regular. So the closest construction office that has a chance to build anything would be here. And they're more geared towards... That's all right. You know what? They may be geared towards one thing. Why don't we... Boy, there's not much room in Chemsol, is there? You know what? Why don't we... I don't think we would put anything here necessarily. And I think we could build it with the Farminsky people. And as much as anything is a bit of an experiment, right? Oh, we had the road going out the opposite way, but that's okay. So let's give them a road. And even though it might slow us down slightly, let's make the road straight out of there, right? I don't think it'll make much difference. And then we'll assign, even if it's not the most efficient, we'll get this guy to build it. Because I don't think this is actually overly expensive. A little bit of steel and bricks, but nothing we can't handle. And then at least we can see what it's doing, like does it... I'd like to see the radius of it kind of thing, if it has a radius, or exactly how it works. And we could still add plenty of people to Farminsky if we need them. I'm actually expecting really not to ever need them. Now, did you do the same thing where you double back? Yeah, see, this is pretty annoying that it's doubling back like that. Like, don't go around the corner, guys. That was 16. Oh, look, and they lost their... They only have 2 projects. So what is this? Rail corridor, food factory. So I want 2 people in here working if we can. Yeah, well, we can't really because working through this intersection. Railroad doesn't connect. Okay. What do we have to finish? Yeah, we have to finish an electrical one there. That's fine. Yeah, I don't want you guys fighting over finishing this. So we got... Yeah, let's see. We got food factories. Can we get... I don't know where the other guy's working, but can we get another one? I don't want to get these done as well. Yeah, see, this guy's going up here. So let's get... Yeah, I think... Yep, good. We can assign that one. So we'll get somebody to start working on this. And this is going to be more or less just like one train can get in there and work on that. So... He's going to get done this job pretty soon, and we can send him someplace else. Cool. Then see, I don't even know that the auto search reaches this far. I don't think they ever intended you to go this far with these things. But hey, we're starting to think about building another one, right? Oh yeah, look, we got... Yeah, let's definitely get... Let's get you assigned to this and this. Let's get, you got a few jobs already, but why don't we get you assigned to, it doesn't really matter, they're both just parking spaces. We'll get you assigned to both of those. So hopefully you guys will be able to get those done. Because we're going to ramp up our rail thing, and I have noticed, by the way, next time I've come over here, that this guy does have, he is full, pretty close to full of steel, so I definitely want to keep this guy with 4 construction projects going. Oh. Yeah, why are you guys going out the wrong track? Because I never switched this. back. Oh, no, because I need you to go out. Oh, here we go. All right, before we even fix that, pause. Crack construction. And crisscrossing. What do you have an attachment there? Are you going to like... There you go. No, not there. What happened there? There we go. So now we still have a little bit more to go. But let's commit to that. Right, so now once we get this crisscross built, then these guys can go in here at their heart's content, and I can do what I want. I built, and then this could be deleted, right? So this is causing part of the problem, but I'll just leave that for now so they can cross over into here until this crisscross is done. All right, so for some reason that guy disappeared. Oh, because I messed up his project. Well, good. That was a good project to mess up. So let's go back and reassign that. Yep, right up there. Let's get the... it doesn't... Yeah, this one. Doesn't matter too much which one I assign, I don't think. So there we go. So we got that going. Yeah, so let me run around. I'm just going to, pause the video here, and I'm just going to, keep things moving like I normally do. And when some things happen that are a little bit exciting, then I'll come back and we'll do that. I mean, I don't really want to design too much more, as you guys can imagine, because we've got a couple things that we need to build as it is. So maybe I'll try to think and, keep an eye on this one. See, he's really not doing too much, but that's okay. Maybe, like, in some ways, we're not going to really miss that money. And if he just goes out, and keeps these other guys moving faster, I'll be happy. Now, my question is, like, when this guy gets done a phase, does he just step in and help, right? So let's see. Are you on unfinished? Yeah, see, he has unfinished road 3. See, I'll be curious when they get done this phase, what happens. Because this definitely could be a good strategy as a way of getting this. And then, we could probably talk about... Yeah, I'm wondering maybe we should put, maybe I'll work on getting the rail to where it can come in and out of here. Because even though we might be doing this big loop around with our supplies, it might make sense that this was leveled out enough to get over to here, right? So that we could put, this I think was Steve's suggestion maybe, put another rail construction over here. I just want to keep it far enough out of the way of where I would put houses. Cool. Okay. Yeah, let me think about that. I think I'm going to level some of this off while I'm off camera, because I just don't think that's going to hurt. And then I'll try to keep everybody busy. All right, I'll talk to you guys in a minute or two. Okay, we have a path to the other side. It's actually game's been running longer than that. I've been running around doing things, but I thought I'd come back and show you a bit of a plan here. So this was sort of a bit of a natural little flat spot kind of thing. I kind of took advantage. A lot of this I didn't have to level that much, but then this was quite a bit. I mean, it wasn't too hard because the leveling system in this game is pretty easy. So I just took out this mountain. You can see how much mountain I took out. But that'll give us plenty of room for a road and future expansion of tracks. Plus, I need a little extra room to get... What I want to do is put in a train depot, I think, right up here. And I know it won't be the most efficient in some ways, but eventually, I plan on having another distribution supply here, so he can throw his weight towards either side of the hill, right? So we'll get a couple trucks eventually set up to come right down this road, right from our distribution over there, right up here. And what I want to build over there... It's pretty much just like this, right? We'll build, a place where we can unload aggregate, have a couple trucks for that, and then have like a regular, just a 4-spot thing there. Does that make sense? And then just, really this little guy here, and we'll supply him out of this. Now, wait a minute here. Okay, we're getting awful low on wood. I would have thought our wood should be doing better these days, huh? What is going on? It's been a while since I visited the wood. Oh, wait, we got a train... Train in action. Because this is the regular wood supply. Now, do we have a jam up here that's... Ah, how did you get on the other tracks? Well, we got two-way signals here. Okay, well that's not good. So let's, I guess we need to get this guy. Yeah, how did they get up here? Oh, you know what? I have two-way signals. So let's, I don't know what I want to do, but we'll, this should be, yeah, this should be a one-way chain signal. Did I do this and now I just completely forgot? I mean, obviously I did it. I'm not sure who else would have done it, right? Yeah, these two should be two-way chain signals because they could be one or the other, right? And then this guy needs to be a one-way this way. Oop, I hit the wrong one. This one. There you go. Now you need to be, yeah, you need to be a regular signal. Well, this is sort of a chain. This is sort of a block, isn't it? All right, let's, yeah, you can be one way in. You should be one way out this way. You should be, yeah, I guess you could, yeah, I guess you need to be a two-way chain, don't you? But if I make, yeah, see this is, yeah, I don't know what I want to do with that one, but we won't worry about it because, yeah, and this could really be a little further down this way just to make it ever so slightly more efficient, right? And then we can get rid of these two. What do we got further up the hill? Yep, same kind of. Yeah, do we want this? Yeah, let's. What do we got? We got delete right there. So you should be one way this way. You should be one way this way. You should be a chain signal that way. And a chain signal this way. You, yeah, you need to be a chain signal this way. Or no, you just need to be a regular signal because, yeah, I think, yeah, regular signal. Regular signal this way. Now, how far, was this because I was doing construction down here? I don't know why, when I, yeah, look, I have it two-way the whole way. I don't know why. Maybe because I had somebody working on something eons ago. That was a little bit of a distraction, huh? All right, now that we have them all right, can we get this mess straightened out? Like, let's just send, let's get this guy reversed. But then he's going to have to figure out some way to turn around. And let's get this guy and delete his signal. Okay, we'll keep going, buddy. Because he can go, I don't know what he's doing, but he should be able to go up there and turn around. Good. This guy's staying moving. Put this chain signal back here. Alright, and then when this guy, what is it, a long way for a signal? Yeah, let's just put, oh, that's chain signal. Yeah, that should let this guy move, yep. Alright, and that guy should be able to turn around. Now they can only turn around one way, but that, I don't know why I had it like that. Yeah, so he can turn around. Okay, well good. See, it's good to look for things like that. Alright, complete distraction. Let's get back to the reason we have the wireframe on that whole time. And I think everybody's been doing pretty well. You know, every time I look, they're doing something else. We got this guy constructing here, and I think, you know, once he gets past a certain point, yeah, this is another problem. Oh, yeah, we keep running out of people here. I think eventually we need to put a few more people in this town as part of the problem. See, our bus stop doesn't have it, like, has a lot of buses coming in and out. Yeah, you know what? Why don't we do that right this minute? It won't take that long. What do we want to build? We built those big brick ones over there. Yeah, I mean, there's no reason to build any particular thing. I mean, was that these? No. Kind of have this path in the way here. Do I want them facing out? Yeah, why not? Let's turn it so it looks nice. Yeah, we'll put this guy, or let's put this one in first. Yeah, we'll put them halfway in there, and one off the end. What do you think? 4 of these guys? No, of course, when you turn around. Yeah, halfway in there, and like one off the end, and then we'll leave like a gap of, well, I don't want to get into that road. If we just put another one like this way. Is that right in the middle? Pretty close. And then we can build another walking road from here to here. Walking road to there. And then, yeah, let's commit to that. And then some footpaths. We could do a little decoration in here because people like decoration. Yeah, that way they can get to their city-like stuff a little bit easier. Do they need to go? Yeah, this will save them a few steps. Well, that's not a walking road. Okay, so let's commit to those. And then, you know, our construction guys are busy, but yeah. Yeah, let's see. Now, by the way, this whole little experiment is definitely, it's not hurting. Like, see, all our dump trucks or whatever trucks are out. Which trucks are out? Oh, yeah, these are flatbeds. All our dumpers are taking asphalt places. So, you know, look, I mean, he's definitely has the potential to do a lot of stuff. I'm not sure why he's not doing more, but they are doing stuff and things. It's not hurting, right? So this guy, I really want him to get done the road, and he's one of the people really suffering for the lack of people. So I think they all are kind of suffering. Now what do we got going on here? You don't get in quite far enough, do you? Let's just get rid of this signal for a second. I don't want to hold up the steel train too much. And we are starting to use the steel more, which is kind of good. Right, will that hurt? No, you know what? That may be the way to go. As long as a train doesn't end up sitting in here. Make sure our other guy, hopefully our wood guy, can get up there. Hopefully they get themselves straightened out somehow. Yeah, do you see? They're just out of people. And I think it's just, you know, I think it just in part, it's just we don't have enough. So let's get this guy. Yep, he's not doing anything anyway. We're getting slim on roads to pave down the other area, which is good. Where did I build those? Right here. Yeah, see, and by the way, this is that other construction area before I even assigned anybody, dropping off gravel and or asphalt. So these guys definitely aren't hurting, right? They're definitely, getting out there and delivering materials kind of at random, but it just doesn't hurt. So it was a good idea. Thank you, guys. I don't know that I would have thought of that one. You know what? We can have them do the footpaths as well. Why not? There we go. Plenty assigned. I like plenty assigned. Yeah, never mind. We're not looking at you anymore. We really truly got distracted, didn't we? By we, I mean me. All right, let's go build this depot thing. Yeah. Are you still pretty busy? Oh, yeah. See, I've been trying to jam them up. All right, so let's see. How much room do we have in here? And we're going to build it just like that other one. So let's see how good my memory is. No, you know what? I think I can do it. No, construction office has to be here. So rail construction office, yep, like this. Let's jam this guy in. His road needs to come out the back when we do it this way. Now we could, you know what, it might make sense to do it this way more, right? Yeah. Yeah, I think this is going to work out pretty well. Because that way the road will face out instead of in. Right? Oh, so now, let's see if we can get in an aggregate loading. So this is going to be a place for 2 trucks to come up here and put aggregate into him. Right, we'll get this guy a conveyor just so that we know it works. Yeah, see, you always want to check. Must go from input. Oh, I put the wrong one. Oh, could I go there? Yeah, train, truck, aggregate, unloading. There we go. That will help. Building in the way. Okay. Yeah, so you always want to check before you get too excited. All right, now we want to get a parking space. Road cargo station. So it should have to go like this, and I want to jam it in there. As best I can. Let's make sure this connects. It might be a little bit. There you go. Nice. All right, so let's get some roads, even though this will be a little awkward with this, but, you know, I think we should just maybe spin out. Yeah, you know what I think I want to do? Yeah, is come like just straight across here for now. And then I want to come like this so that there's only one road. Oh yeah, that's. Can I make that turn? I think I might be able to. Yeah, it's a little ugly if I do it like that, but yeah, that's not the prettiest scene, but it's not the worst one ever either, is it? Good. So there we go. So now we have, you know, some possibility of trains coming up here, and then let's see, how do we want to handle this? I guess we should shoot for, yeah, you know what, let's pause it for a minute. Let's, you know what, we can do the demolition tool. Goodbye. And then back to railroads. And how are we going to come up here? I guess we should try to stay, yeah, see, I tried to put that guy back a little bit. Hopefully it'll let me do this. Then we'll try to keep this track over this way. And then we'll build a sister track to it in a second here. Let's get this guy past the electrical wires. Come on, stop it. right? We'll build one, well, like to there. And let's keep going past. And I don't know if we're going to make that one or not. But we probably can come around this way. Yeah, no, you almost had it. Come on. I know you can do it. Well, you know what? Why don't we just go in like this? There you go. All right, so we'll have, you know, at least the possibility of that. Now, see, look, it turned this signal red. I think that's why it's red. All right, so let's commit to that. Commit to the roads. And that and the conveyor. There, so now we have another rail construction office in the planning. And I kind of want to, you know, we have a lot of rails to do. And I know we don't have enough steel, but like I said, I don't think these things are going to go to waste. All right, so let's play time again, and we can turn off this wireframe now. Now, why are you red? This is a bit of a mystery to me, why these guys go red like this. Like, there's no train that's possibly in there. So let's come back over to here, and I'm going to just put a two-way signal here and a two-way signal here. And does that stop you from being red? No. It's like it thinks there's something in here. Do you see that? And sometimes you can just come in here and delete that and put this back up. No, it thinks somebody's in here. And I think it has something to do with this not being finished, or like, I don't really honestly know. Now, where are you? Oh, you're going to finish that. Well, good, because I kind of want... Now I want to prioritize these, right? I think this was what Steve was talking about, to be able to come in and do things from the other side. I'm not real sure. But in any event, we can now get that, because we have to get this worked on more, and we just have so much to work on that it's not even funny, as they say. Now, what are you doing? You're just out of people, right? Yeah, so we got to get some more people going. No doubt about it. And how are we doing over here? Now, why are you red? Okay, see, these guys are both redding each other, if that makes sense. So let's come here, and for now, we're going to plop a signal here and a signal here. Since we're just going to run into that same problem, we'll do signal here and signal here. Let's do a signal here. And yeah. And this is I definitely designed these with this kind of swoop, you know, thing in mind, where we would be able to put signals in there. Now again, some of these are just for the sake of, I mean, they add extra projects, but they're just for the sake of it working. Now this guy over here, yeah, this guy is definitely having worker problems. And I'm definitely hoping to get these two things done so we can fire up this train track. I think we could probably fire them up if we just rode some vehicles back and forth, right? We don't have a depot over here, which is a bit... Yeah, I don't know if I really want one. Let's go up to this depot, and... It's not a depot. That's the construction office. Yeah, let's go up to this depot, and we'll buy a couple trucks, right? Because if they're going to pave these tracks, they only really need prefabs, gravel, and steel. And I could bring, I mean, they have the gravel, so we just need like we need two open hauls, right? So let's go ahead, and those could be parked here. Then we're going to need fuel, so let's see. Let's go to open hauls, and then the biggest one is here, and then we're going to need an oil tank. Or do we just get the oil tank that comes up here? Now, you know what? I want its own oil tank to just sit there with fuel. All right, so now, oh, we should have bought these, well, whatever. We should have bought that oil tank down by the oil tank place. Alright, so you're going to come here, and then you're going to come here, and you are going to wait, and you're just going to load steel. Oops. Right, and that'll get it. What is that? Oh, load cars. Cool. Yeah, I wish I was in a better place to do cars, but I've already planned too much, not knowing that the cars were coming out when they were. So we'll see. But we're working towards it as diligently as I can. So you are going to do the same kind of thing where you're going to come here, go here, you're going to wait, and you're going to give us some prefab panels. All right, you can start. Yeah, you might as well start too. And then you need to come. Yeah, we got to come back up here. So you need to go all the way down here. Oops, I got lost. All the way down here to this. Load up some fuel. You know what, this will take me a little bit closer. Right, and then you need to come here and wait and unload your fuel. All right, so that should get this guy able to work once he has stuff, right? So why don't we get two construction cranes. We now know which are the best ones. 1 million each, or over 1,100,000 rubles each. So yeah, we have auto search. I don't necessarily want auto search, but notice this. Just keep this in mind. You can't cancel these two. They just get them right back. It's because they're directly attached to here. So once they're not attached to there, then we'll have something else we can do. So let's also, since we're going to have two of these guys in here, we need to signal this up a bit. You know what, we should probably do like a double chain signal. Yeah, let's go like right there and right there. And I'm mostly going to have them, well, it doesn't matter, but yeah, this should be, yeah, these really shouldn't be one way. So let's put another, we're going to put a chain signal. Oh, can't place a semaphore there. Why not? Oh, because it's an intersection. And this could be like a regular signal here. All right, and then we really should have one on here the same way. So regular signal here. I hate to make these, and then it's regular. Now the other thing that we need to talk about this guy being able to do sometime soon is he needs to be able to start doing electrical track. But until we get some trucks that we can park here, you know, at least we're doing something, right? We'll get him to be able to build his road out, which never really needs to be electrified. As far as I know, there's no electrical, well, no, there's no electrical rail crane there. How are we doing here? You guys, yeah, these guys are, yeah, I think we're just struggling with getting enough people over here. So hopefully, you know, hopefully that works out. Cool. All right, let's see how this goes. Might be a little bit of a short episode, though I always kind of say that and I find something to go on about for 10 minutes. Let's look for some road building. Oh, yeah, let's go down to Przink North. Yep. Oh, by the way, okay, you know what? I know what we can do for the last 10 minutes after we assign this guy some stuff. And by the way, I've been thinking about the, you know, we definitely have the possibility of autos. I like sitting here and micromanaging what these guys work on. I'll just be honest. It's, you know, I think it's a great idea to speed the process up to put this in, but I understand that, yeah, it would be easier and all that. It's just, you know, oh no, what are we doing now? All right, so we're all right, let's get rid of, yeah, this is the price of construction right here. Let's get rid of this guy. Yeah, maybe we just don't, well, then this signal will be red down here. Yeah, look, we got it like jammed up. every which way. Now, why are you red? Why would you be red? Because this is red, because this guy is now sitting here, because this guy's sitting there. Let's get... Why can't I place a semaphore there? Oh, because that's a... Oh, yeah, that's going to be a pain. Yeah, and you're just stopped because you don't have enough people. I really need... I can't... There's no place I could put a semaphore. Can I put one there? Yeah, there you go. But he's not past it. All right, let's get rid of this signal for a second. At least get him off the railroad tracks. There you go. So now at least he'll go in there. Yeah, and he should be able to go up to his drop-off. Which should let this guy free up. Which should then... Why is everybody else red? You're feeding back on yourself, maybe? No, you shouldn't be, because... Yeah, you would think that this would work. But we're not going to question it. You get out of the way, too. Yeah, that's sort of... Part of this is because we're in the middle of a construction project there. Now, do you have enough people? You have 0 workers. How are we doing on building this stuff down here? Yeah, see, look, there's only 9. Look at all the buses, like, just waiting to suck up those, like, 9 people. So we'll definitely get these built kind of ASAP. But, you know, we got this straightened out enough. People are flowing again. Yeah, we just don't have enough people. So we're building houses. Let's make sure this guy, yeah, he's got all kinds of stuff he's supposed to be doing. Can this guy work on that? You know what? It's not going to hurt. I don't know who's this. Oh, no. Hegiodal should be doing better. Where am I going? I keep going to the wrong place. Hegiodal should be doing better, but we're going to assign this guy to help him out. Just to try to get those roads done a bit quicker. But again, I think it's the problem is we don't have the people, so we're kind of catch-22 to some degree there. All right, but let's go take a look at our new thing to end the episode here before we run out of time. Nope, not there. Farminsky. Yeah, so what is this about? Oh, we got workers in there. We have car owners. We have no car owners. We have... So is this a... Let's see, can we get a range or something? Like how do we know what this guy covers? Like, you know, Farminsky City Hall. So is it just the people that live in Farminsky, or is it counting people that live over here? Well, let's see. Actual population. Yeah, you know what? It's probably... I mean, there's going to be like 179 plus another... Yeah, I think it's counting a bigger area, but I do wish we had that area effect kind of thing. Okay, so what is it? It just really gives us stats, right? And the reserve. Yeah, that's pretty nice. I mean, yeah, that's definitely better than not having it. Yeah, so we can see how much we've imported or exported. Yeah, I mean, I'll give that a thumbs up. I mean, it's not that expensive. It's not that big a deal. So we can see how much they produced in this area. But like I said, I do wish I knew what area we were actually talking about here. Like, in more detail. Like, how far does this thing travel? But yeah, no, I like that. Cool. Well, that didn't take that long. I don't know what to say about Farminsky. Maybe it would have been better to build one over by Revergrad, right? You know, why don't we... Well, that's right. We were going to, but I'm not moving a construction crew down there just to look at that. But cool. So, all right. Well, hopefully we'll get more. Look at this. Yeah, this is our problem. So we'll get 3 more of these houses. How many of these houses hold? I should have looked a little better. But they're nice brick houses, so we haven't built them yet. And then we'll have a little yard in between them where they can go out and have barbecues and stuff. All right, guys. Well, I think I'm going to, in between. Oh, look at this. Okay, this guy is this guy. Yeah, I definitely want to keep this. Yeah, I should have thought of that when I clicked on him the first time. Yeah, get this guy, keeping building that. Now, see, this is what's happened. Like, look, we already have concrete and gravel out there. So I think one of the problems that this guy, I don't know that this guy isn't to blame for what I'm noticing. I'm not saying I ever had overly many people, but I'm thinking that because this guy is getting all these projects all lined up with the materials, like, then I need more people. And it's just, that could, it doesn't take much to throw you over the edge to where you start noticing this kind of a jam up. So that's good. We'll get some more houses built here, and I'll probably come back after that for the next episode. And how's our steel doing? Steel's holding in pretty well, so I'm happy. How is our trucks doing down here? All right, we still don't have a fuel truck. No fuel, no workers. That's right. We need to get workers up here, don't we? All right, how many workers? I guess, Farminski would be the best. How many are sitting on their loading dock? 27. Kind of hitting Farminski a little bit heavy. How about Limbriska? Limbriska may have... I think they could travel from Limbriska. No, Limbriska has like hardly anybody. Yeah. Yeah, why is that? I guess because we have ramp, we've done this. Now, why is our wood guy dropping off so much wood? Oh, because, I think that yard got down while we were messing around. We have upped our chemical production, right? How is chemicals? Yeah, look, we got a full thing of chemicals and the train is gone, so that's a good sign. Now, is the train waiting up here? Yes, don't wait there. I don't think you should wait there anyway. Though I don't know that we... Let's see, how's our plastics chemicals? Yeah, maybe they should wait. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if he should wait there or not. Depends on how much of what we're using where. But anyway, he can keep running back and forth. It's not going to kill us, I don't think. And if he causes problems, I'll figure it out eventually. Power plants construction. Yeah, so we need to get that fuel guy up there. We need to get a bus. So where's our closest depot? Yeah, I guess we're going to go to Farminski, and we may end up bringing a construction. Well, we do have the construction crew here. You know what? Let's click on our office. How many unemployed? 84. So you know what? We could... Yeah, I kind of like this localized information now that I actually have it, right? Again, I kind of wish... I hope that... Is it counting here? Like... Yeah, that's the only question I have. So... Yeah, we might want to put in a few more houses here, but for now, at least we can get a bus. We should probably get... No, that's not the bus depot. We should... I have it open. We should probably get the fast... Isn't there a German bus? Plus, we can spend some of our dollars, which we tend to build up more on. Let me get the fastest... 105, yeah. West Germany. Yeah, and I missed him when he was gone. So let's get 2 of these buses. And we're going to say we want you to go from here. All right, close that. Come up over the hill. And I want you to drop off your people here. Now you can start. We'll let this guy get up to here, and then I'll start the other one when I see this guy coming up this way, right? There we go. So we are making progress. I know it doesn't feel like a whole lot episode to episode, but if you look back a few weeks, We didn't have all this built, and I think I don't know if you ever did or were involved with construction, but when you build a house, it feels like, man, look how fast that house is getting built at certain points. And the next thing you know, like, it slows down. It looks like nothing's getting done, but all the other little stuff is. Like, I think it's easy to underestimate how much effort goes into building all these little roads to get to these places. It's just time consuming to lug all this gravel up to here. And, relative to building the buildings themselves, you can see once the roads are in, the buildings go quick. And then these railroad tracks are just, well, we're building, we've got 3 more rail things in the planning. So we will get all of those built relatively soon and be able to hopefully lay down some more rails. But I'm also afraid that it's going to suck up a lot of that extra steel. Or I don't even know that we have extra steel, but I have a feeling once these get going, we're going to kill our steel type thing. So we'll see. All right, guys. Well, I think I'm going to call it an episode here. I think it's been a long enough video, and don't want to go too long. And we will be back tomorrow. Well, if you're not watching it live, but yeah, well, I'll be back for the next episode. I'll get some things done, just kind of grind along until there's some things to talk about. So I hope you have enjoyed this one, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.